I can interact with the chat today. So I'm just gonna get this game started with. Oh. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit Doki Doki Literature Club.moe/warning. Okay. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. I agree. Okay. What is very disturbing about this game? It looks adorable. Everybody told me to play it. Maybe that's why you told me to play it. It looks cute. It's like, why would you trick me like that? Everybody looks adorable. Okay, so let me see. Anything I have to fix? Doggy, oh, don't come in here. No. Hang on. I must block the distractions. Okay. Sorry about that. My dog likes to come in every now and then. Okay, music volume, sound volume. A little bit down, just so the music's not overtaking the commentary. Okay, everything's good. Alright, let's just start a new game. Please enter your name. I would come up with a funny one, but I use up all of them for other things. Yeah. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Aww. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. There's no shame in oversleeping, honestly. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I must feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Oh, that's cute. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's me, JennaCyde. That's not me. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple of or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, JennaCyde, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Yeah, that sounds like me. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. You really don't need that anymore. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. What's a NEET? What is a NEET? Is that does it stand for something? You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent on her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Well, this is very cute so far. You still can't hear... Can you hear me now? Can anybody hear my voice? Are we good with the commentary? We good, chat? Really making sure this is coming through. Still real faint. Barely hear the game. I can hear you just fine. Maybe it's, I know that's Mandy. So, might just be you, Mandy. I don't know. Yeah, Adrian. Hi, Adrian! She says she can hear me just fine. Let me see. Well, I turned up the game audio. I don't know what to do about that. I turned up everything. Alright, well, just for the sake of everybody else, I'll just continue the story. And everybody else, just let me know if you cannot hear my commentary. Or if it's blaring too loud for you. Anything. I don't care. Just let me know. And if my coughing gets a little annoying. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. That's a good choice. Hello? Sayori! Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Know what? Well, you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Oh, meanie. Oh, the static sounds my microphone. So, I've been trying to fix that, and so far, it has not worked out too well. I might have to get a new microphone sooner or later. So sorry about that. Can you hear the static less now? I'm trying to adjust it as best as I can. Because I know that can get annoying. Boy, the wonders of streaming. Excuse me again. Okay. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Oh, now it comes into play. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. Oh, she got moved up. Congratulations. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? It's much better? Oh, that's good. Oh, Oh, hi Tiger Mama. I see you in there. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Cupcakes? I want cupcakes! Don't make promises you can't keep, but I want cupcakes! I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake. Okay, yes! I want cupcakes! I would love a cupcake right now. Yes! Let's go! I do like how they did the artwork for this. This is really nice. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Nothing wrong with that. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third year's classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Huh? I glance around the room. What? Oh, hello. I love her hair. It's my favorite color. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. I already hate you. Ah, JennaCyde. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Oh, that's right. It is a dating sim after all. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry? Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, damn right, sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Also, what is going on with her bangs here? Like, there's a hair tie, something on there, but it's not connected to anything. I don't... Is the wind blowing and there's no wind to be had? It seems like it. Just looking. I'm confused. That's just, as an artist, that kind of confuses me. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Alright, I might like you a little bit just for the cupcakes. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. That's what I always do. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Ooh, don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Oh, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? She's the one person that doesn't have a remotely Japanese name. That's right. Okay, that answered. It's great to see you again, JennaCyde. Again? Monika smiles sweetly. So I know her then? We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Oh, okay. Monika is probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, but she seems nice. Basically, completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Oh, do I like her or something? Come sit down, JennaCyde. We made room for you at the table. So you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? I like some tea, yes. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Do I get to see them? Ooh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Aww, I want to see what they look like. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Okay, you're a meanie, but you have artistic talent with food. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori walks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. What's the point of cupcakes? I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Aww. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for, you, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. You got great teachers, man. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? You're like my Martha Stewart in this, aren't you? I guess? Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. Aww. Aw, that's cute! I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. She's so cute! Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems pretty happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. That's a good idea, I like that. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. That's a cool thing too. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. Excuse me. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with her level of enthusiasm about literature. So, JennaCyde, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Oh, do you like manga? It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. But the real me is... Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh! This is my girl! Already! I'm calling it! I read a horror book once. I read them all the time. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh? Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. She's very shy on me. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? That's fine. Cute things are good too. What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. I like that. I like how that's put. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you show some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. She's a very shy one. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! You're so enthusiastic, I love it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, JennaCyde? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Oh, I hate the shimmery eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... JennaCyde... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the place I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Don't do it that way! Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. JennaCyde, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, JennaCyde, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Okay. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. It is a dating sim! Oh my god.